Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on euro currency. Actually, this week we have dedicated report on Forex market to Fed statement. In fact, guys, we have unique, unprecedented Fed statement to say the least. So actually it was very transparent. It's very detailed as never before, not even in the term of the Jerome Powell, but during the term of the Benny Helicopter Bernanke and Alan Greenspan. So the Fed never was so transparent and definite as it was in the last meeting. And we see many reasons for that, major three reasons that we discussed in the weekly report. They are simultaneously, well, it's dangerous reasons, but also they have some really some importance, and it's make markets and investors to make some conclusions concerning the Fed. So I hope you will read it. It's a bit maybe not as interesting as our usual reports when we have covered a lot of other issues, but this time it's dedicated to the Fed and understanding why Fed and Jerome Powell in particular had made the press conference and the statement in this way. This help you a lot on understanding what could happen in the nearest future. So concerning the long-term view on euro currency, well, Jerome Powell actually has acknowledged that Fed stands on the big problems. And the major turmoil, it seems, it stands ahead. And if the largest economy that has actually pumped out resources out of all other countries, European Union, Japan, and so on, acknowledge that it stands in a big problem, what we could say about the European Union, that totally depends on United States policy. And currently we have the big turmoil with the elections, and well, the economy in the European Union now is significantly weaker than the United States. And if United States stands in so difficult times, what we could say about the European Union. So from that standpoint, we do not see any reasons to change our forecast on the more weakness in the euro. So we keep our long-term target of the 90 below the parity valid by far. Besides, recently we've got inflation and it's keep rising. So if in the United States by the Fed steps, the monetary component of the inflation is decreasing. So previously it was around 23%, now it's around 15%. On Europe, they still keep rising. So recent PPI is above the 40, CPI is around 10.7. So it's really a big problem currently. Now it's about short term, what we have on the charts. Of course, currently, guys, as you understand, something to promise and forecast is not a very good idea because elections could change everything. But at this moment, what we have, first of all, on the daily chart, we have nicely looking thrusting action on Friday. And I would ask you whether it's enough to say that daily context is bullish. Unfortunately, the answer here is no, by a few reasons. On the daily chart, you could see that trend still stands bearish. And currently, this action is still retracement of this downside action. If next week we will get some continuation, the context could change, but at current moment it still stands bearish. Potentially, if its tendency will continue, we could consider next target. Actually, we have here these two extensions. First is based on the initial ABCD patterns, XOP is around 103.88. And here we also have larger ABCD OP around 103. It's approximately 102.82. So these two targets envelop confluence resistance on the weekly chart, which stands around 103 area, and both theoretically could be completed. This will be a logical pullback on the weekly chart to the major resistance area, but hardly it will happen during the next week, because take a look, daily overbought stands significantly closer, and if this action even will start, probably it will be last for 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks. So currently, to make the decision on the context and that it is changing, we need to see corresponding performance on the lower time frames. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we also do not see yet something really reversal. So yes, thrusting action is good. We probably could speak about some bullish engulfing action or something of that sort, but take a look, market still stands below the C point. It tells you that ABCD pattern is still valid, and we do not have yet reversal swing in place. And on the hourly chart, it still stands at the 618 resistance, 99.50, which is also not guarantee yet that we stand in a reversal. So from that standpoint, personally, since we haven't got any grabber on the daily chart that we would like to last week, here I would consider some kind of the hand shoulders performance. So that might be considered as a left shoulder. And if we get the pullback somewhere to the 98.60, which is a 50% support of this most major reaction point from reversal action based on the Fed performance right there to the neckline, potential neckline. If we will get the pullback right there, forming some kind of the hand shoulders, I would consider maybe taking the position. It's just because it will save a lot of our money. If we focus on the deep retracement, it will be better price entry, and we could place for a significantly tighter stop order. So maybe if our projection will continue, we will consider different ways. But at this point, since we do not have any bullish reversal action yet, we need to focus on some confirmation of the changing of the trend on the daily chart, and this confirmation is yet to be given. So especially on the election week, when we have to be very gentle and very careful with the decision making, so I think that additional insurance here will not be in vain. So that is our view on euro currency right now.